Welcome to the Gospel Exposition Show, brought to you by Marijan Adomo on Gambian Talents TV. The Gospel Exposition Show aims to address current issues affecting our daily lives, relationships, marriages, addictions, lifestyles, and a lot more from a Christian perspective. Promote the gospel through dialogue and interactions. The Bible tells us in John chapter 13, verse 35, by doing this, everyone will know that you are my disciples as you love one another. That's exactly what we'll be doing on this show, to make Christ known through our interactions. Every Sunday from 1600 hours to 1700 hours. Remember, this is the first of its kind. Be part of this phenomenal adventure. Be part of the kingdom building. Gospel Exposition with Marijan Adomo, only on Gambian Talents TV.
Hello everybody, hello everyone, wherever the person is. We are welcoming you back here to Gambian Talents TV. I am Ajibintunda, welcoming you back. Today, on Thursday, we are ready to go with you at St. Teresa's to sit with the principal, the teachers, and some of the students. It has come to all of us. I noticed that the students have taken a break for almost 3 months, most especially the grade 9s that are heading to exams. It is an examination class. So today we come to the school to sit with the principal, the teachers, and some of the students to see how they are coping with the situations, because in 3 or 4 weeks time they will be starting their exams. So follow me, Ajibintunda, to St. Teresa's. We see how they are coping with the situation. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Your name, please?
Sean S. Gomez.
Mr. Gomez, you're the principal of St. Teresa's?
Yes.
During this time in the country, we realized that we are having a pandemic inside, which is the coronavirus, the COVID-19. And students, or should I say schools, have been closed for almost 3 months. Students are at home. Inside, some of them are relaxing, and others are busy studying to prepare for their exams. And now that students are back to the school, how is the school coping with it?
Yeah, before the announcement of yesterday's date, 24th, there were rumors that schools will be open in the last 3 weeks. The SMT of the school came and prepared the timetable and all other logistics. But then we were waiting for the minister's pronouncement. Came and prepared the timetable and all other logistics. Last week, the announcement was made that schools are opening on Wednesday, yesterday. So what we did was to communicate to the teachers and tell them actually to prepare and then come to school. The first day, it will not be possible to continue to do our communication because we did not receive all the materials. All the materials were received, but except the mask. So the mask, we received the mask yesterday, Wednesday. But then we told them actually lessons will start today, which is Thursday. And that is which is why when after receiving the marks and giving the marks to the students yesterday, after some time when all the students are tested also and so on and so forth, getting the class in order, getting all the students in their classes, we had a staff meeting where all the teachers were told that they have to get the timetable ready for today to start lesson, which actually has taken place. Yes, learning began today in earnest.
Okay, and we have happened to realize that on 22nd of June, drivers make a sit-down strike, whereby they were demonstrating to be able to be taking 100% passengers in their cars, meaning they will be having the amount of people that is lancing to them instead of the number of people they should be taking when the COVID-19 started. And we see that most of the students are coming from remote locations. Their places are far, so therefore they will be taking the commercial vehicles, and if they take the commercial vehicles, they are having contact with different kind of people, and COVID-19, you cannot predict the type of person that it is having. So do the school feel safe opening by this time?
Yeah, before I answer to that question, you also mentioned that the schools were closed for 3 months, and that's the preparation that what I said was the preparation on the side of the admin and the teachers, But then I could remember in 2016, 2017, during the the political impasse. These students were out for 1 month, and when they came back, we spoke to the teachers, and the teachers were ready to go extra time, extra beyond the normal time. And when we had a staff meeting yesterday, some of them actually emphasized the need, for the admin to allow them to come and take extra classes on Saturdays, so that they will be able to cover at least the subjects, their topic, the syllabus. The teachers here are always ready. And in 2016-2017, during the political impasse, we had the best results in the country, even though actually the students were out for 1 month. But this time, as you have just said, 3 months is a long time. And most of the students were not actually with their books. They thought they are going to repeat. In fact, today when the minister went into one of the classes to ask them whether some of them thought that you are going to repeat. Most of them said actually yes, they thought they are going to repeat. So they were not communicating with their books, most of them. But then our students, St. Teresa students, they are very good students, and teachers are ready. And the students also, within this month that is given to them, I know it cannot be like other years, but then the students are ready. They told the minister they are ready to change, to work day in, day out to make sure that they produce the best results. With regards to the transportation, most of our students here commute, and their parents don't have their private vehicles. Yes, we are not safe, and the students also are not safe. But we just pray that actually, the amount of cases actually in the Gambia continues to be low like that. Otherwise, actually, we are not safe. We are not safe, and that is why the ministry has given us enough testing machines, thermometers, to make sure that all the teachers and students are tested at the gate every day before they come in. Every day, even if they go out and they are coming back, they have to be tested. So we are testing them. We are testing ourselves all the time to make sure that we do not have abnormal temperature.
So is the ministry providing everything that is needed in this pandemic to keep the students in the school at large safe?
Yeah, the ministry have done a lot. They have done a lot. Where we came in actually to subsidize for what they have given to us is the buckets and detergents. They've given us one bucket, and we have 830 candidates in the school here. One bucket will not be able to do. Even for the staff, we have about 90 teachers. So one bucket will not be able to do. So we decided to buy more buckets. We bought about 10 buckets, 10 additional buckets actually for the area, both the small ones and the big ones. But the big ones are the ones which contains the water that they're using to wash their hands. And then the others actually are put at places actually where they can always, where you have 2 or few people actually, they can wash their hands. But the ministry have tried. Apart from the buckets and the hand sanitizers and the detergents, they have given us also the face masks. The one that I'm using, and everybody in the school here, all the masks that we're using in the school here was being provided by the ministry. They provided that. Yes. Apart from that, apart from the material assistance, we are also encouraged by them. St. Teresa's actually is at the center here, and the school is a very large school. Yesterday when we resumed, the permanent secretary was there to check on our sitting arrangement and physical distancing and so on and so forth, whether we have already started. And we told them actually we're coming to have a staff meeting and then start the next day, which is today. Today, the minister herself was here, and we are encouraged. She spoke to the students and tried to encourage them to use their face mask and also adhere to the WHO precautionary methods. Yeah.
Talking of social distancing, we all know the way students are when it comes to break time or sitting for a period of time without meeting each other, how they happens to be interacting with other during break time, hanging around with friends. So are the students also taking that social distance seriously in terms of their friends?
Yeah, it's one of the most difficult thing. I think the most difficult thing here. But then after they were given the mask yesterday, we had an assembly where they were told actually, no, they have to. COVID-19 is real, and they have to maintain the WHO measures, social distancing, washing of their hands, and so forth and so forth. They should not shake hands actually with other. And even when the minister also came today, the minister emphasized that. She was holding the posters there and whatever and so on, and they was telling them, reading them one after the other, telling them actually, no, what your teachers told you, and you have to adhere to that. We have two set of teams in the school here. We have the administration, the members, the SMT who are on the ground, and we also have the staff, the teachers who are teaching the students. When we had the meeting yesterday, we told them, when you get to the class and you're delivering your lesson, you either start by advising the students to keep to the social distancing or physical distancing and so on and so forth, or you end your lesson with that. They should be reminded, we have to be talking to the students all the time. The SMT also are moving around to make sure that that is maintained. It's difficult, but then we have to. With time, it's good, the children are going to be used to it. As of now, it's difficult, but then with time, they will get used to it. They're trying, but I know actually with time, they will comply. All of them will comply. But since the teachers are involved, and they are meeting them, almost all the time, except during break. As I said, they start by advising them to keep to the measures at the beginning of the lesson, or at the end of the lesson, they remind them and then they move out of the class.
So, coming back to the academic, how prepared is St. Teresa's this year regarding the grade 9 exams?
Yeah. Actually, St. Teresa's, they have very good students. St. Teresa's have very good teachers, and so on and so forth. We are disturbed. Everybody is disturbed because we were sitting for about 3 months, and some students, as I said, actually, they thought they were going to repeat. The evidence of this is when the minister asked them today. Some of you, did you think you were going to repeat? And they said yes. They thought they were going to repeat. Meaning that if they are thinking that they are going to repeat, they will put their books aside. But then I am seeing that readiness actually with the students. They are ready. Since they have been informed, they have started. They promised the minister, they told the minister actually, including some of us, that they are going to read both day and night to make sure that whatever they were not doing, they have not read before, they read it within this period. And they promised the minister that they are going to do well.
So what advice do you, or what should I say, what message do you have for parents and students that are out there?
Yes, the advice that I have for the parents is that it's good that you people are here, so that when you put it on the media, the parents will hear me. Since they know that it's clear to them that the grade 9s are going to have the exams. It is important that when they leave the school and they get to their homes, the parents also should help to guide them to make sure that they revise their notes. They have to read the books. They have to find time to read their books, because they have to sit to the exams at the end of the day. The parents should do that. They have to make sure that they control their children. They have to control them. Whenever they come home, they should get them to read their books, so that when it comes to the exam, they will be able to do well. Yes.
Thank you very much.
By Sheikh Juf.
Mr. Juf, you're a teacher of St. Teresa's, right?
Yes, I'm a teacher of St. Teresa's.
For the past 3 months, we have realized the pandemic that is in the Gambia, that was not only affecting what part, but the whole world at large. And students of the Gambia also happens to be a victim to it. Schools have been closed for almost 3 months, and the grade 9 are now back to the schools to do their exams. How are the teachers coping with that?
What happened definitely is so unfortunate. It is an unexpected thing. But with even the unexpected things, like they always say, so many possibilities could present themselves. Some could be positive and others could be negative. And this was, the pandemic is something that wasn't really expected. It came as a surprise, and we have to take it as it is. Now that we've been asked to get back to school, at least for a few weeks before the examinations, we are back to the schools to do what we are paid to do. We are teachers, we are paid to teach, and whenever we are called, then we report back to our duties and do what is expected of us.
Students taking a break for almost 3 months, staying at home, knowing very well some were studying and others were relaxing. How are they coping in class with that?
Like I said, in whatever situation that presents itself, people take it differently. Some were at home, but really they were not idling. They were following the programs that were on the televisions and being also broadcasted over the radios. Some were busy reading. Some even had private study teachers, so they were making good use of the opportunities. And some, like it is always like that, they will never take an opportunity seriously. Even whereas there wasn't anything like this pandemic, some are never just serious. So I guess this is something that might favor some of the students and it might not favor others as well. But the serious one, they were always with the zeal to learn and they are always with that spirit, and the spirit continues. But I would tell you that there are some students who are not really happy with the resumption of the schools at this moment, because all they want to do is to stay at home, out on the street, and idle.
So, considering the past year's grade 9 exams that usually happen in the Gambia, students having the full time to make it to their studies and come out with good results as expected, this year's exams, do you expect it to be the same way?
No. I don't think that there'll be any educationists or even those that are not even educationists who will be expecting a better result. I think we expect the standard to go down definitely this time around due to the current circumstances. So we are not expecting a better result. So we are expecting the previous year's result to be better than this one, to be honest.
So how prepared is the teachers regarding the syllabus and the students too?
I think right now what we have to do is to skim the syllabus, try to pick out the most essential parts of the syllabus and concentrate on those areas, because we have a short period of time to cover the syllabus. That is, before this situation happened, even it is always too difficult. It is always too difficult to cover a syllabus, especially in a big school like this, where you have students with different capabilities. Some are very fast learners, others are very slow learners, so it is always never easy to cover a syllabus. And we've been away for so many weeks, so covering the syllabus is definitely out of it. All we have to do is to skim and pick out the most essential parts, the parts that we think will help in the exams, and we focus on those areas.
We also realize, or we also know that students coming to school are coming from different directions in the Gambia, and most of them, or should I say 90% of them, take commercial vehicles to reach the Gambia. And we have also realized that on the 22nd of June, drivers went on a strike to be taking 100% passengers instead of 50, and students will also be part of it, will be in that stock vehicle. So do you feel safe as a teacher, and do you think the school at large feel safe?
I think we all need to accept the fact that we are all at risk. There is nobody who is safe at now, because like you said, they went on a strike, and now they are carrying the number of people or number of passengers they are licensed to carry, which means all the commercial vehicles have been fully packed with people. And in some other places you will see people lining up, struggling to get a car. That thing, it means we are all at risk. We can contact the virus at any time and at anywhere. So all we have to do, I think, is to stick or adhere to the WHO guidelines that we are given to try to keep ourselves safe from this virus, that's in as much as possible, and to continue to pray for God's protection. But we are all at risk, to be honest.
And we also know that being a student coming to school, most especially being away from each other for almost 3 months, we know how student life goes. When we come back to the school, the first thing we do is like, hey, I miss you. They start hugging and so much of things. So do we really think that the social distancing has been practiced in school school time, most especially break times?
It will be very difficult for everybody to adhere to the rules and the regulations. You see, like some people will tell you, rules are meant to be broken, okay, whether consciously or unconsciously. It is part of human's nature that when you miss somebody for a long time, the way you socialize, jumping on top of each other, hugging each other, and that emotion will make you forget about all the guidelines, all the rules that you were given. So what we have to do and what we continue doing as teachers is to always try to remind them. Even myself, I can remember this morning from class when I passed by some students who were very close to each other, and I told them, you need to, jokingly, I said it in a comical joke way, that you need to observe these social distances, social distancing, trying to keep away from one another. But these are things, like I said, they are very, very difficult. I think we have to live with these rules for so long before we can get them in our head and to abide by them as expected.
What message do you have for the students and the parents that are watching, and the government also?
What the message I have is this should be a collective responsibility. Every individual should play his or her own part. Let students do what is expected of them. Let parents also do what is expected of them in keeping their children, in encouraging them, in trying to keep them safe. Teachers as well, and the government at large. We should all play our share in building the nation, and together we can conquer COVID-19.
Thank you very much. Your name, please?
Mrs. Aisatu Yate.
Mrs. Aisatu.
Yate.
You're a teacher of St. Teresa's?
Yes.
We have seen that now we are in the COVID-19 period. Students have been relaxed, school have been closed for almost 3 months due to the COVID-19. And now that they are to resume school and start classes again, while the exam is just right at the corner, about to start. So how are you the teachers coping with that?
We are trying to cope because we know it's not easy. Lost in classes for almost 90 days. It's not 19 hours. It's too much for them. And the exam is just at the corner. And we have some students, we have 3 types of learners there. We have the slow learner, the average learner, and the fast learner. Here are some of these slow learners, maybe during the period, they are not even reading books. So we have a lot of impacts. Bringing them now just for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, they take their final exam, is going to affect them. But we pray for the better. But it's not easy for them because some people, the parents don't care whether the children go take their books to study or they're even tired. Even like my own, he forced them, go and read your books. They say, Mama, we are tired. Every day read, the place is boring. So it's really a big impact, but we are praying for the better. But it's not really easy for them to come at this time, exam at the corner. We are praying for the better, but it's not easy.
We have seen that just recently, on the 22nd of June, the drivers also make a sit-down strike, meaning now they are taking 100% passengers, no more 50 passengers, and most of the students are traveling to reach the school. So them taking the same vehicle that are taking 100 passengers, or 100% passengers, do the school feel safe about that?
No, the school is not safe. Like the class I'm just coming from, I told them, when they enter the vehicle, they use the face mask. Let them don't put it inside their bag. Not only the school, but inside the vehicle is better they use the face mask. And when they enter their homes, make sure that they wash their hands before they enter and contaminate with the family. Because this vehicle too, nobody knows. Packed with this number, 100% packed, it's not easy. And those students, most of them are coming from different angles. But I always tell them in the class, use your face mask when you enter the car. Because with this type of commercial, 80% of them here are using commercial vehicle. Yeah, even myself, I'm using commercial vehicle. But when I enter the vehicle, I use the face mask. When I go down, I have wash my hands, use your hand sanitizer before you enter your home to join the family. But it's really not safe.
So we have come to realize, if we analyze things, the previous years students have been making good records of their grade 9 exams. They always make good records. So are you expecting the same thing to happen this year due to the long period that they have been relaxing at home, some studying and some were just feeling lazy?
No, we are not expecting a good result this year unless miracles work. Because homes, we are different. Some parents, they don't care. Even if you look at this television teaching that they are giving the primary school, not all parents ask the kid to sit and watch. Most of the time you see these kids playing outside. So expecting good result this year, it's COVID-19. Let's take it the way it comes. But I don't expect it. It's all over the world, not only in the Gambia. So let's take any result that we have. Let's say, thanks God, Alhamdulillah, that we take it like it. This left to the senior school, where these kids are going now to compromise the aggregate they will take. But expecting good result this year, did it.
And we have come to see that the syllabus is many, like it's too much for the students most of the time. Even the normal year, it's difficult to cover it within the 3 terms that we are doing. So how about this year?
No, this one is a separate issue. We don't cover the syllabus. I remember our meeting yesterday, one of the teachers said, let's hit the nail on the head. That is what we are doing now. Covering the syllabus is out. If you are at the university, you don't cover syllabus. You don't. Online. Who is having that phone? I remember my neighbor, the daughter don't have the phone. They have to go and buy 5,000, 6,000. And it's very expensive for a normal Gambian to buy short phone. They were giving them free megabytes, I don't know, at the university. But the child was not having that phone. The mother have to struggle to buy the phone for her. So covering the syllabus. Even normal school, with this holidays, we don't cover it. Talk less 3 months. Just in my 3 good months, 90 days. We don't cover the syllabus. This one is left to WAEC now. To pity us and our children.
So what message do you have for parents out there and the students at large?
For the parents out there and the students, we are with this COVID-19. We are in trouble for the past 3 months, some even 6 months, because like the China and others from December, for us around March, 3 months. So what's the message out there to the parents, my fellow teachers? I'm a mother too. I have 3 kids. One is an examination class. Out there, the teachers, the parents, and even the mothers, because we have the work. We have to encourage our kids. The world was in trouble for the past months. It's wounded. Now let's try to heal the world, to make it a better place for you, for me, and the entire human race. We have to do that.
Thank you very much,
General thing. It's not only the Gambia, it's the whole world. Let's pray for better. Only prayers we need now. No medicine. No. So now we need to pray. Let's heal the world to make it a better place for you, for me, and the entire human race.
Lydia M. Bihol.
Lydia M. John. We are in coronavirus time, like the COVID-19 pandemic is in the Gambia, and everyone has realized that students have been relaxing for almost 3 months, and now you have to come and sit to your exam in the next month, per se, because the timetable will be released in a week time. So how do you feel with that?
Well, I feel very much happy to know that I am actually coming back to school after 3 months of lockdown. I feel very happy to know that I'm actually going to do my exam.
So do you think this year's exam will be like last year's exam? Because we have seen last year you have students have the full time, the marks to study and pass their exams is the normal way that they have to. But this year that you have relaxed, like students have relaxed for almost 3 months, do you think this year's exam will be easy like other exams?
Well, I will not say about last year's exam, but I know of this year's exam, and I am pretty sure that it's going to be better than that, because sitting at home was not an obstacle on our way. I mean, the pandemic could not just be something that got on our way. It was really hard staying at home, not going to school. Others will have the mind to say that, well, I have to study because I have an exam ahead of me, but others will not be able to do so. But coming back to school here, this 1 month that we have, I believe that it is enough for us to revise our notes and then do that which we were not supposed to do. And then the exam, I just believe that we're going to do well.
So coming to your syllabus, do you really believe that before the end of this 4 to 3 weeks that have been given before your exam, will you be able to complete your syllabus?
I will not say of other schools, but I know of these schools we were having studies and we almost covered the syllabus before the lockdown. So I will say that this month that we have to revise, we will be able to go through it.
So we know of school life, we are always together, we are always playing, we are always having fun, most especially during break time. Are students really practicing the social distancing?
Well, the social distancing thing is not going to be something that will be easily practiced. Well, we're practicing it, but not fully. Because when we came to school here, was it on Wednesday, it was like, I miss you, we were hugging. Nobody even paid attention to the fact that we are actually supposed to practice social distancing. It's not going to be fully practiced.
So do you feel safe coming back to school?
I do. I will not say much about it because I am not much concerned about it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just carefree. But the only thing I'm concerned about right now is having to do my exams.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Alaikum, how are you?
Well, yeah, I'm good.
What's your name?
My name is Modulamin Marang.
Modulamin Marang. Are you a Central student of? Yeah, you're a student of Central, right? Which grade?
I'm in grade 9A.
After sitting for 3 months, how do you feel doing your coming back to school? And all of us know that maybe next week, perhaps you guys will start your exams. How do you feel?
Okay, me, I feel great. The school is opening. Yeah, because of we are home doing nothing. So coming back to school, learning, being ready to learn. So that's a blessing. Yeah. So I'm grateful that school is open. Yeah.
How do you feel when you heard that you guys will be resuming back to school? How do you feel?
Okay, I was feeling so happy, so excited to come back to school. Yeah, I was feeling so happy. Yeah.
What makes you so excited about going back to school after sitting for 3 months relaxing?
Because maybe I'm just sitting home, having no work to do. It's coming back to school and then learning, having something to learn. So that's good. So that's a blessing for me.
Hope you are preparing for your exams.
Yeah, for sure I am. Yeah.
How far?
So far so good. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. So far so good.
Where are you following the classes that have been happening on the TV or radio stations?
Yeah. I do follow them. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that these classes that you guys are having in radio is really helping you?
Yeah, it did. It's because the topic they were doing, so I was revising them, so I was taking notes with them. Yeah. So they taught me a lot that I didn't know before. Yeah, so they were really helping me.
So you enjoying studying in the TV than coming back to school?
No, coming back to school, so that's more better because you have a teacher that explains to you more. So, but in the television you have like small time just to copy your notes. Yeah. So, but in the classroom we have more attention, and when you don't understand, the teacher explains to you more, so you get more information when you're in school. Yeah.
My name is
Anasawa. How do you feel coming back to school after relaxing for almost 3 months?
I feel excited. Yeah.
Coming back to school after these 3 months and knowing that you're having a grade 9 exam to sit, how do you cope with that?
Well, As it is, I am coping well because I believe that before the lockdown, we were preparing for exam because there was only 1 month in between our exam because we were supposed to have our exams in May. So between those months, we were preparing for exams. So if the exams were to come in May, we could have started it. But then because of the lockdown, we couldn't sit for the exam in May. So we had to go for a 3 months holiday. But I believe that students were reading. But though the reading was not effective, but then also, I guess what we did before going was enough for us. As my mom would say, we won't know what you didn't know tomorrow just for 1 day. So we were preparing before the lockdown. So after the lockdown, we can also continue preparing to sit our exams.
Realizing that the number of cases, COVID-19 cases in the Gambia is increasing day by day, and now we have the drivers are taking 100% passengers, not like before they were taking 50%. So do you feel safe being in a car whereby there is no social distancing and coming back to the school? Do you feel safe?
No, for that matter, I don't feel safe at all, not at all. Because you might know the person who contracted the virus, and that person might be even in the vehicle and you won't even know, and you are sitting right close to that person, and that is not safe.
So how about in the classes and in the school during break time? Even though we're talking about social distancing here, but we have seen with our colleagues, with our schoolmates, we always have this friendly relationship. We're always hugging each other. We're always together. So are you practicing the social distancing still?
We are trying by all means to abide by the safety precaution measures of COVID-19.
So are the teachers, the principal, and the ministry, of course, given all the necessary needs that you people need for the safety precaution measures and to take your classes in a good way?
Yeah, they have taken all the measures because our classes are reduced to 25 and we are practicing social distancing, and then everybody is provided with a face mask which you have to wear by all means, all teachers, students, and even the principal himself.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Into Gambian Talents TV, I am Ajibin Tundao that went with you to St. Teresa's Upper Basic School to see how they are coping with the COVID-19 coming back to school. We have seen with the principal, the teachers, and some of the students, and they have tell us their views and how they feel coming back to school. So we thank you all wherever the person is sitting or wherever the person might be. We thank you all. Bye for now.